Hey folks, welcome in. Well, we're trying to make our way through Persona 5 The Phantom X. Let's have a sit down and unpack exactly why the latest patch has created such a storm online. If you've been paying attention to Steam reviews, Reddit threads, or even casual YouTube discussions lately, you probably noticed the settlement around the game has taken a sharp turn. And it's not because of just one issue, it's a stack of choices that have added up into what players are calling the start of a downward spiral. So today, we're going to be breaking it all down, from broken pity systems to aggressive monetization, and even the global versus China drama that's driven a wedge through the community. So, let's start with the gacha monetization, because this is the heart of a lot of frustration. Before the patch, the game already had some typical mobile monetizations. You had banners, energies, timers, daily grind mechanics, the standard fare. But the balance felt decent. You could log in, complete events, save up gems, and make a few meaningful pulls. Now, not so much. The new update actually reduces the amount of free premium currency players can earn, while simultaneously increasing the frequency of limited banners. So if you thought you were behind before, now you are in full-on catch-up mode with no hope. Some players call it whale or fail model, and that's a red flag for long-term sustainability, especially if you're like me, who is a new player and a free-to-play player, right? Now let's talk about the soft pity, or rather the disappearance of it. In most gacha games, soft pity is like a built-in mercy system. Every pull nudges the odds in your favour, so even if you sort of luck is garbage, the system eventually helps you out. That's what keeps people from rage quitting, right? In most gacha games. But after this latest patch, players are noticing that the soft pity has been either removed or drastically weakened on the global servers. You'll see stories in like social media like, I pulled 70 times, I didn't even get one 5-star. My friend pulled and got a 10, and I got mine at 80. What is even the system here? That's sort of the comments you're going to get, right? And there's no clear communication from the devs about what changed. It feels random, and it is in gacha. Games randomly, without transparency, is a trust killer, right? So this game doesn't really have much transparency, so it's kind of killing the player's trust, right? So let's go to the next section, right? Next up, let's talk about the elephant in the velvet room, the content disparity between the China and the global servers. The CM version of the game firstly launched, and that's fine. Naturally, it's a bit ahead, but now players are noticing fundamental differences on how generous the content rich is between the two different servers. So in the CN server, you have limited 5-stars often get added to the standard banner pool afterwards. There are more free pulls and rewards per event, and the login bonuses are better. In the global version, which is the English sort of version, characters like Marin are limited time only with no promise of coming back or being added to the standard pool. You get less currency overall in general, and a general feeling of being an afterthought compared to the CN model, right? So global seems to be an afterthought as such. This has made a lot of global players feel like they are playing a second tier version of the game without the perks, right? That's basically the community sort of feeling on it from what I've seen. So what happens when a passionate fan base starts feeling disrespected? They get loud. Steam reviews dropping to mostly negative in just days after the patch went live. Reddit is full of daily threads and titles like, is anyone else done with this game? So, we're just not getting Marin after this? This feels like a trap now. These are the titles I've been sort of seeing as I go through the Steam and Reddit reviews, right? And honestly, it's not just review bombing for the sake of drama, it's targeted feedback. People are upset because they care, they just wanted the game to be successful, and now it feels like the global team is under determined and is going to lose its potential, right? So one of the most frustrating parts in all of this is the lack of communication from the devs. As of now, there's no major dev statement addressing any of the concerns, no roadmaps for fixing the pity system, no clarification about global banner changes, not even a standard we are listening to. Like, there's no standard, there's no listening post, there's no dev communication whatsoever. And in 2025, that kind of silence just doesn't cut it anymore, right? Players simply want to know, are the gacha mechanics bugged or intentional? Will further characters also be added one by one, or is it a one by done system? Is the global going to fall behind this or stay balanced with the CN model, right? Transparently builds trust, and right now the devs simply don't have the trust and leaving people in the dark, and they are losing trust, and yeah, the players are not happy, right? So let's be real for a second, right? A lot of us love this game. We do love this game. The UI is sick. The music, it just hits. The combat feels fresh. Even for a long time Persona fans, it carries the soul of the franchise, right? But with mobile friendly twist, why this hurts the game so much. When you love the game core gameplay, the style of the characters, and then the business model starts choking it, and you as the player has to sort of put up with it, that's when the community turns. Because we've seen this before, great games ruined by bad monetization. And everyone's asking, is this the beginning of the end? Right? So now what now? Just what now? The devs can still turn this around. They can just restore the PE system mechanics, rebalance rewards, communicate openly with players, and bring global in line with the CM model, right? But the clock is ticking, right? It's basically ticking. You don't have much time, really. Right now, the player base is at crossroads, and if the next patch doesn't address at least some of these issues, right, we could be watching another promising title fall off the cliff. Because I just don't want to grind for the sake of grinding, you know what I mean? I want to know that, I love the game, but there needs to be something there to be a safety net, right? Here's hoping they get it all together. For now, let's just enjoy what we can and keep the feedback rolling to the devs. Let's stay sharp, Phantom Thieves. Hope you liked this video. If you thought this was helpful, if you like this content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.